The Storm and the Spy. The rain fell in relentless sheets, turning the world into a smear of gray. Taillights blurred, puddles swallowed color, and everything felt suspended in time. In the dim light of a nearly deserted grocery store on the outskirts of a sleepy neighborhood, 17-year-old Eliza Grant stood behind a hunched old man, watching him fumble through his wallet with trembling hands. His coat hung damp and heavy on his frail frame, and his basket held only the basics: bread, milk, a can of tomato soup, and a small cake with "Happy Birthday" written in blue icing. I'm I'm sure I had a 20 in here, he mumbled, voice dry and thin, face flushed with quiet humiliation. The cashier glanced at the growing line, shifting her weight awkwardly. Without thinking, Eliza stepped forward. She tapped her debit card against the machine and offered the man a gentle smile. "Don't worry about it, really." He turned to her slowly, eyes shining. "You didn't have to do that." She shrugged. "Happy birthday, sir." He didn't speak again, just touched her hand lightly as if trying to say something words couldn't reach. Then he shuffled out into the storm and vanished into the downpour like a forgotten shadow. Eliza didn't dwell on it. She went home, told her mom. "Helped an old man at the store, looked like he really needed it." Her mom just smiled and said what she always did: kindness finds its way back. Neither of them expected it to return that same night. 3 hours later, as darkness blanketed the street, 3 black SUVs coasted to a halt outside their modest home. They idled there, engines purring, windows opaque, unmoving. Eliza stood frozen on the front porch, cereal box in hand. Her chest tightened. What? The door of the lead vehicle opened. A man in a tailored coat stepped out, followed by another. Her dad was already outside, squinting through the rain. "Can I help you?" The first man flipped open a badge. "Special Agent Mercer, we need to speak with your daughter. It's urgent." Her father bristled. "What's this about?" "It concerns a person she encountered earlier today. It's a matter of national security." Eliza's stomach dropped. "The man at the store?" Mercer gave a small nod. "His name is not what he gave. He's, let's say, not your average civilian." Inside the house, 3 agents explained everything in hushed, practiced tones. The frail man Eliza had helped was Thomas Vale, a former intelligence asset, once legendary in covert circles, thought dead for over a decade, until today. He dismantled cartels, infiltrated regimes, and then he vanished after a failed extraction in 2010, Mercer said. "We assumed he was dead." "But he was buying soup and cake?" her mother asked, stunned. "We don't know why he resurfaced, but your daughter's gesture might have changed something. His presence triggered motion sensors, card swipes, camera hits. We hadn't seen a trace in years. Then today it all lights up." Her dad stood tense. "And you brought all this danger to our door?" "There's risk," Mercer admitted, "which is why we're here, for protection, and because we think he might contact her again." Eliza blinked. "Me?" The agent produced a slip of paper sealed in evidence plastic. "Found in the cake box." On it, she reminded me why I vanished and why I might return. They believed Vale would reach out again. That night, the house was under surveillance. Her devices were tapped. She couldn't go to school, couldn't even step outside without an escort. Then, at 9:14 p.m. the next evening, it happened. A plain envelope slipped through the door slot. No one saw who delivered it. Inside, a handwritten message. "Tell Mercer I'll meet him, but only if she comes too. Alone. Midnight. Sycamore and 6th. The agents debated. Trap, set up, a test. In the end, they agreed to go. Eliza would wear a wire, monitored from a distance. She arrived early. The streets were quiet. Fog rolled in low, coiling like breath from sleeping giants. Then, from the shadows of an abandoned shop front, he emerged. Older than before, slower, but the eyes sharp as broken glass. "You didn't have to help me," he rasped. She shrugged. Didn't seem right to let you stand there. He studied her, expression unreadable. Then he reached into his coat and pulled out a weathered flash drive. This contains names, files, operations, things that should never have existed. I kept it hidden, but I think it's time. He handed it to her. Give this to Mercer. Tell him I'm done hiding. And like smoke, he disappeared again. The data was enough to bring down entire networks. Arrests were made across the country. Projects buried deep within governments were unearthed and dismantled. Some of the names revealed had never been spoken aloud in public. Until now. Eliza tried to return to normal. School, friends, her coffee shop shifts. She was granted a scholarship from a private foundation. Her brother received new medical equipment through a mysterious donor, and federal agents kept an eye on their house for a while. Quietly, no press, no headlines. The operation remained sealed. A month later, on her birthday, another envelope arrived, no stamp, no return address. Inside, a simple birthday card and a note. A single spark can light the darkest path. Thank you. TV. Tucked behind the card were 2 plane tickets, Washington, D.C., one for Eliza, one for her little brother. The note continued. You said he always wanted to see the Air and Space Museum. Figured I could help with that. Eliza smiled through tears. She never saw Thomas Vale again, but she never forgot the night when her quiet kindness collided with a buried legend and changed the course of more lives than she would ever know, not for recognition, not for glory, just because it was the right thing to do. And sometimes that's all it takes to change the world.